What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with the Page, and this is the start of a new reading vlog. Hello my darlings, welcome to this video. So this is the combination of Roll of Reads and I'm swapping my screen time for the week. I have a mammoth stack of things I need to get through, and this still isn't including 2 books I think, so I'm starting to panic. And I have a list the length of my arm that I need to get through, so I've decided it's time to swap my screen time for reading. I literally made this decision while Ash was in a dentist appointment today. Ugh! So I'm going live in 3 minutes, so obviously it's fine if I do go started a little bit later, but I was having a look-see. My screen time for last week is 7 hours and 35 minutes. So here we go. I'm not doing that. So I know everyone has their own stipulations and things like that, but what I'm going to do is look at each day, see what my screen time was, and then combine my entertainment and my social, because for my games that is usually Pokemon Go, and I'm not going to be reading while playing that unless I'm by myself, which is very rare. So what I'm going to do is each day go through and see what the entertainment is, which is usually YouTube, and that is my biggest problem, and then my social would probably be Instagram and Messenger, but also acknowledging that there may be the times that I don't think I spoke to my mother for that long, so that wouldn't impact on my social too much. So that's what we're looking at. I'm nervous as all shit, but it's gonna be a good time. So today I watched nearly 3 hours of YouTube and then had 38 minutes of social, so 3 hours and 40 minutes of reading I have to do today. It's very close to 1:30. I am going to do productivity stuff on this sprint for the first one. I want to film my BookTuber shout out video, which is going up tomorrow. So I want to film and edit that before I do anything else, and then work my way through some things, but also start Ice Planet Barbarian. So I'm apprehensive as all buggery about it, but I think it's going to be a good time, and yeah, I'm going to get the live started and then come back in and talk through the list. 3 hours and 40 minutes with all the things I want to do today. This is a choice. Why did I decide to do this? But I will go through and break down all the things for you. So I'll check in with you in a few minutes or so. Bye! So I have gone through and done the math, so I'll leave the screenshots with the times highlighted beside me, but like I said, for today I need to read for 3 hours and 40 minutes. Tomorrow I need to read for 1 hour and 51 minutes, which is great because back at work, so brain is kaput. Wednesday is a rough day for me usually, and I need to read for 3 hours and 29 minutes. For Thursday I need to read for 1 hour and 58 minutes, so doing pretty good. Then Friday I need to read for 4 hours and 9 minutes after doing an 8-hour day at my job. I'm scared. Then Saturday is 3 hours and 3 minutes, and Sunday is 2 hours and 37 minutes. So we're doable. Everything is actually achievable, which really just shows how much Pokemon Go I've been playing. Because if I look at the overall screen time, wherever that's gone, for last week, my totals of Pokemon Go was 22 hours, which is nuts. And then YouTube was 15 hours and 25 minutes. Tile Busters was 3 hours. Instagram was 2 hours and 6. What's that equal? The total for the YouTube and social was 20 hours and 47 minutes, whereas my collective total for Instagram, Facebook, Tile Busters, YouTube, and all of that was 22 hours and 26 minutes. So we're gonna set the low goal of hitting all of that. That's the breakdown of my mental stability. I need to film and edit first and foremost, and then I'm going to figure out where I'm going in terms of audiobooks and still continuing to listen to YouTube because I want to. So I'm going to go film this video and hopefully start the editing process as soon as possible. So I will check in with you when I have a reading update. I'm so nervous about this experiment, but I'm really hoping it's going to go well. Bye. Hello. It's now 3:30. We're on a sprint for 15 more minutes, but I have filmed and edited the video for tomorrow, and that's all ready to go. So I've got my timer. I have zero hope in hell that this is going to go well, but I have many tasks that I need to get sorted. So I'm going to take out Ice Planet Barbarian and Jade War. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other books that I need to read, and I'm gonna do a number generator to decide because I have been indecisive as fuck. So this is where we're at. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 6.
Here's a number between 1 and 6. It's 1.
Shit. Cool. Alright, well, I'm continuing with Oliver Twist while I do all of the thingy things. So I did listen to a grand total of 2 seconds, I think. So I read 14.5 minutes, which on 3 times speed is, yeah, cool. So I'm gonna put that on, start my timer, and get some shit sorted in the next 15 minutes. Let's do this. So it's now 5:30. Ash and I went to the shops and got all the stuff that we need, and I need to still read for 3 hours and 23 minutes. So it's time. I'm going to start listening to Ice Planet Barbarians and see how I get along with it and take you along for the ride. So let's start listening. fuck is this shit? It's just different. I'm gonna keep going. I don't think I'm gonna like this male protagonist. We shall see. My darlings, so it is now 11:15 and I'm gonna go to bed. I accidentally continued reading. I'll talk through all of that, but I finished my first day's timer, flashing little times up there, and promptly took a nap. I don't know for how long. I don't think it was that long, but definitely happened, and it's taken me a while to reboot my brain to be able to actually come on and talk to you about the things, because there are many things that have happened. So first and foremost, I finished Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon and giving this a 3.5 stars. It definitely shocked me to my core for the initial, and then for moments throughout I definitely didn't agree with some of the actions that were taken, but I find, considering it was only 188 pages, there was actually a decent amount of world building, and with the development of barbarians and their backstory. So I will be continuing with the series, and I intended to because of Erin for Bookish Peeps. We had that. I think they rolled a 2 and I re-rolled and got a 4. So I was going to continue on regardless this year, but it's really nice having something that I'm invested in aside from the actual relationships to think on. It's definitely taken me by surprise, and I knew that I was probably going to enjoy it. I just didn't want to get sucked into a 19 book series and then have the whole Ruby Omegaverse, whatever it is, to go through. So we shall see where I end up with the rest of them. I don't particularly like the plot of having to be a particular way to stay with someone, and her radical acceptance of a very fundamental shift in her body was astronomically mind-blowing, that she was just okay with that event 5 minutes later. Obviously there was a lot more processing that went on behind the scenes, but dear God, I would not be okay. But you know, it's one of those books where whilst I disagree with the characters' beliefs on particular events, I take it at face value that they say that they're okay with it. So I'm okay with it. I don't agree with it, but that's where I draw my line, because I want to enjoy these, I want to have a good time, and I could easily nitpick this into oblivion and not have enjoyed it. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to. I want to enjoy the things that I read. So I'm just going to continue on and see what happens. So that was that one, and I read the 188 pages of that. I still had decent amount of time left on the audiobook, so I decided to dive into my 50 pages of Jade War by Fonda Lee, and ended up reading 84 pages instead of 53, which I'm not mad at. I'm so happy being back in this world. I love these characters. The dynamics between them just, oh, there's so much to sink my teeth into, and watching everyone talk in the Discord has been awesome, just seeing what their thoughts and feelings are, and also how to pronounce things have been very entertaining. I'm definitely very cranky with some of the characters, and that's fine. I love that Fonda Lee makes me feel. And then with this being the second book in the series, I obviously can't go into too much detail about where we're at, but one dickhead is just continuing to propel the plot, and I hate that he is a necessity for plot progression because I despise him as a character, and that's fine. That is a-okay. I'm gonna murder him so hard, and I swear to God, if Fondly doesn't kill him off in the third one, I'm gonna be pissed. But he is an excellent plot progressor at the moment. The Jade in this is really interesting, seeing the different uses and the lengths that people will go to for it. And I really still love Andon's determination to stick to his own beliefs. So, interesting on that front. Hilo is continuing to annoy the crap out of me, but this is what it is. Ended up reading 84 pages of that, so that's cool. It puts me well ahead to my goal for tomorrow. And that's just to make sure I have it read by the live show. And then I managed to get into Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens and read 48 pages. This is, I know that Dickens was paid by word, so it's great in the capacity of there is a lot of fodder that I don't actually have to listen to. So it was great to sort of put this on at the last end of it and just try and get through as much as I could while the timer was ticking down, and it didn't matter that I was half falling asleep. It was having a bedtime story that was slightly dark told to me. So yeah, it's actually pretty accessible. I'm starting to remember, because I have read Dickens before. I've read A Tale of Two Cities, and I find this a lot more accessible than that. So it's been interesting, and I don't think I'm going to retain a lot of it, but I'm gonna have a fun time reading it. It's not one of those books that I want to remember every single detail of every single thing. I'm just going to enjoy the story and those key moments throughout. So interesting. I can't wait to see where I get up to and how I end up feeling about it. Got a decent amount of the way through those, and finishing Ice Planet was fantastic. So tomorrow my timer is set for 1 hour and 51. Obviously I don't usually read in the mornings or while at work, and it's going to be a very hectic day trying to catch up on yesterday's tasks tomorrow, as well as all of the other things that are going on, because one of my co-workers is basically out of action doing pays this week, so that's going to be fun, and that's just the way that it is. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth and go to bed because I am one tired cookie. It has been a big week and it's only Monday. Honestly, last week was quite a big week as well, so I'm happy to have been able to settle my pedal, get myself all reset, and just enjoy. For this challenge, I am going to attempt to hit my goal every day. If I have to roll over time, then I will, but I can also read past the allotted time. It won't come off, I don't think, any other days, just because I'm probably not going to remember to keep track of it. We'll just acknowledge my limitations and go, yep, cool, the goal is that. If I exceed it, awesome. If I don't, then I'll just tack it on to the next day. So yes, tomorrow work, and then come home and continue as we do. Read my pages of Jade War and maybe make some progress in Oliver Twist. It's kind of funny that I'm now tackling the 2 remaining big books on my TBR for this month. So there is a very high probability I will fluctuate between a small one and then read my Jade War, jump into a small one, and then read some Oliver Twist. So we'll see where I end up, but I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, my darlings. As you would have seen, I showed the timer going at, I think, the 40-minute mark, and it is now flashing, which means time's up. So I managed to read for 1 hour and 51 minutes. In that time, I read up to page 132 in Jade War, so read 48 pages of that, which took me once again over my little page goal, but that's fine by me. I'm having a brilliant time with this. I do find it hard because the character that I have the most issues with is continuing to be the most contentious, but they're also such a prominent part of the story that it is very hard to navigate around their emotions. But I love seeing the different power plays that they have and all of the different attitudes that everyone brings to their different positions. So I'm finding it really fascinating, and I love that Fondly is invoking this frustration because it is so true to form for this character, which is fantastic. I don't want them to change, I just don't vibe with their personality, which is fine. I don't have to like them as a character because I like them as a character, I just don't like their personality. So it's getting very interesting, and considering I'm only 132 pages in, so I'm curious to see where the main progression that just occurred actually ends up going. But I also managed to read Oliver Twist, which surprised the shit out of me because I thought I was going to swap to another book because classic and limited brain cells. But I managed to read 118 pages of that, bringing me up to page 166. So I'm actually really proud of what I got read, and we're just going to keep chipping away at it, which is fantastic. I'm going to clear this timer and set it for tomorrow's goal, which, heaven help me, is 3 hours and 29 minutes. I don't think this is going to be possible because I've got stuff to do. It is late to now because I actually spent 15 minutes editing for week 2's vlog that's going up on Friday. So I figured if I chipped away at it, ooh, that got very dark tonight, then that's just less to edit Wednesday, Thursday. So that was my thinking. I really should have edited a little bit more, like maybe one more chunk, but I just don't have it in me. So tomorrow, if I can edit that chunk, and then Thursday I need to read for 1 hour and 58 minutes. So that should be doable to get the rest in. It's not a long video and it's not going to be a long vlog, so I'm not worried about getting it done. It's just I'm worried about hitting the reading goal on top of that. But I'm so happy I've done this challenge because whilst it was an utter slog to get myself motivated to pick up and read for, I think I had like 1 hour and 10 minutes remaining, and I was like, I don't wanna do it, Ash. But I did it. I got in, I listened to my audiobook, I played Sims, and I made it work. So I'm really proud that I've got back into the swing of just picking up a book. Tomorrow I definitely am going to need to listen to something in the morning, whether it be something that is not dense fantasy or dense classic, remains to be seen, but I definitely can't not read because I got a lot of time and I have to work. So that's gonna be interesting, but Ash is working from home tomorrow, so I will have the drive to work and just myself to get sorted, and I will have coming home, then we'll decide on dinner, and I can probably just sit and read, get through as much as I can. If I feel like editing, I'll dive into that and then finish up the time, or we'll just see. But I'm really happy with how tonight went. We went and got takeaway, and then Tuesday 6 p.m.'s pokey hour, and it's like they just spawn these different ones, and it was Pollywags and Volpix, and we were at Macca's, and so like we like parked even though we'd been through drive-thru, and sat in the car park and ate chips while catching the Pokemon. It was great. I loved it. It was a really lovely time, but my snores is starting to hurt, so I'm gonna call it a night here and go sit in bed and watch some YouTube, and I will check in with you tomorrow on how I'm going with time. I'll check in with you then. Bye. Hello my darlings, just quickly jumping on. It is 10 to 7 and I have 2 hours and 55 minutes to go, so I gotta keep my reading on. I've just read 40 pages of Jade War and got up to page 172, so I'm gonna call it for that one there and switch over to another book. I'm going to see how I go with Oliver Twist and then do with that as I do. It's been a very rough day and I have so much I want to get done, but I'm also like, it's good that I am actively trying to read so much. I do just want to switch my brain off and watch YouTube, but we're here, we're doing it, so let's keep going because I need to plow through these hours to hopefully be able to still do other things tonight. So I'll check in with you when I have an update. Swapped over and off we go. Oh my lordy! I just saw how much I read. So my time is done. I read for 3 hours and 29 minutes. 40 of those pages were for Jade War, and I'm just needing to do the math for Oliver Twist, and oh my god. I think 2 hours would have been 166 pages. Today, I got up to page 446. I read 280 pages of Oliver Twist, which means, wow, that's really satisfying. I've done a lot of round numbers today. I have read 320 pages in 3 hours and 29 minutes. That is both impressive and like just mind-blowing. And I'm very close to being done with this, so that's really exciting. I ended up falling down a rabbit hole of my Sims going to college, and I just could keep going. So the last hour wasn't too difficult, and now I am only 725 pages behind my reading goal. But even with adding on tomorrow's, if I manage to still read for 133 pages, I've back down with less than 1,000 pages to be caught up. So she's very happy with that. I am going to endeavor to edit one section of my vlog, so that will be done, and then I am going to watch YouTube and go the fuck to sleep. I'm impressed. I have literally spent the entire night reading, and that's cool because we did it. We got there. So it's so funny because I have 11 days and I'm not even halfway to my page goal. I believe in me. I think breaking the back with Oliver Twist is good, and I'm happy that I've read it in the process of reading it. I have 49 minutes left, and tomorrow I need to read for 1 hour and 58 minutes, so that'll be doable. I'm very happy. I had a really rough day, well, rough afternoon at work, and to just have Ash be so amazing and supportive and just let me vent, and then we can sort of just do what I needed to, was really, really lovely. So definitely feeling better about that. And then, yeah, just gonna keep making my way through my list of books. And I feel like sectioning out Jade War has been good, because it's just given me an indicator of where is ideal, and then I can just toss something else on. And I've nearly broken the camel's back for Oliver Twist, so the next longest is 100 pages shorter. So I will feel more accomplished as I work my way through it. But I am gonna go edit and then zone out for a while. I may not end up editing the whole clip because it's a long one, but if I can, I can, and if I can't, oh well. I am just severely impressed that I have managed to do today. I will check in with you tomorrow. Hello again. I also forgot that I had things I wanted to show. So we're out here and I'm gonna journal and do all of that before going to bed. So I thought, let's bring the camera out. I bought ducks! You have no idea how happy this makes me. Is this great for the environment? No. Is it going to fill me with serotonin? Absolutely. So I bought 210 resin ducks.
So many ducks.
So many, look at the little teal ones. They're so cute. They're beautiful. So many ducks. And basically, I'm just gonna be a chaos demon with them. So I have every intention of taking this and a thing of blue tack tomorrow to work and filling myself with utter joy. Some people are aware that this is happening, some people are not, so it's great. Poor Sean, she knows. I don't think she's aware that, oh, maybe I'll leave it and do it. Oh, she's away on Friday. So if I do it on Friday when she's not there, then I'm not fucking her up for SFAs. And then...
that would be nice.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll prank Sean on Monday. Or on Friday. And then she can come into it on Monday. And by that, I'm gonna blue tack like 2 ducks to her keyboard. I'm not going obscene with it.
You should put it on the escape key because she can't escape the ducks.
Okay, I'll do that one. And I think I just might like stick one to the, or I could tape it to like her highlighters that she uses to make it less easy to come off. But anyway, those ducks arrived. My chaos gremlin is in absolute thriving mode with that. Cannot wait. It's going to be a fantastic time. I had also got Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata because I have been endeavoring to find this book in the matching editions to Earthlings. But that is very, very hard to come by because Earthlings is the taller format, whereas these are, Earthlings is like a really weird American one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like an American trade format.
And then these are regular. I don't even think these are regular.
No, they're a tall B.
Yeah, they're just...
Tall B or not tall B? That is the question.
Really weird sizing. And I was happy, like, I think it was $5 plus shipping to be able to get it. It was still cheaper than even what Ash could have got with his discount. So I was just like, fuck it. So it arrived. It isn't the right size, but it's fine. I love the coloring on this. He also really likes the one that has the little sushi girl on the cover, is it? Or the rice?
Yeah.
That's this one, isn't it? But yeah, so it's just very interesting seeing all the different formats. I'm very interested in this. It's significantly shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be at least 300 pages, and I don't think this even cracks 2. No. It's 160 something. So, little thing, but I think Ash really enjoys the mindfuckery that is their writing. I've only read the ending to Earthlings, so that's great. And now I can add this to the TBR as well. I am both crying internally at how many books I've purchased this month or going to be receiving this month on top of how many I received last month, and the fact that I'm not reading that much. So I'm like, But because I'm me, the Pages and Co came in. So I think this got published, I couldn't tell you how long ago, internationally. And Ash had placed a pre-order for it when we first heard about it and could do so. So I was just like, oh fuck it, my name's already on the list. I'll just wait. 12 months later, it finally rocks up, which is great. I'm not sure what happened with all of that, but I don't really mind. It's here now. I'm very happy to have it in my hands, and I will be able to finish off the series. And it's the beautiful hardcovers with all the decoration on it, which makes me unbelievably happy. This is the 6th in the Pages and Co series, and I'm really excited to see what Tilly and Milo get up to. This is something that I purchased yesterday, but I unboxed Turtles All the Way Down and, oh, Concrete Rose, that's right. Because it's been haunting me sitting on my series unread, but I never go towards it because I didn't own it. So I just said, fuck it, when I got it in a bundle. And then I also got Welcome to Your Period, but I've given that away. That was for someone else. And then my soul's dying because my coworker brought back my books. The thing is, these aren't mine. Some of them are, but I've got Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn, and then what else was there that I don't think was mine? The Nowhere Child by Christian White.
Christian White, yeah.
And then she did return my books, so Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn and The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. I was going to unhaul them anyway because I'm not going to reread this and I'm just not interested in reading this. So these might just go straight into my wardrobe of unhaul, but I'm not sure. Because also the idea of adding 4 more books back to my TBR that really don't hold any interest for me anyway, you know. But they also returned my Akatart trilogy. These are going back on my shelves for sure. That's a stack. So many books. So little read. Shit. I don't think my 2 off for 1 on is going to be very successful for the next little while. I think I've got 3 more books coming. Yeah, I've got 3 more. One of those I've already read. So I'm adding another 2 to my TBR. This is just how this goes. It's been a splurge. Yeah, and I need to make my peace with that eventually. Not today.
Please, not today.
Not today, Satan. So that was everything. I'm gonna go journal and go the fuck to sleep now. Bye. Hello, my darlings. It is now 6:45 and Ash and I have just got home, so I am I'm wanting to open this parcel, and then I'm gonna put my ears in. Hi! My thinking is I'm gonna finish Oliver Twist, so read for however long that is. I think it's 49 minutes or so, and then I'll probably stop and have dinner in that time, and then continue with Jade War after that, and then pick something else. Ash is kindly cooking us dinner tonight. I think he's impressed I actually made a decision on what I felt like for dinner.
I'm pretty impressed.
And yeah, so I'm just trying to open this package. My package is so big.
Oh.
Oh!
How come you never have that reaction with my package?
Do you want the honest answer? I love you.
Love.
So Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, this is the second in the Lunar Chronicles, and I've decided that I want to collect them in these editions. So saw it on Depop, decided to get it. Then, oh, it's so tiny. Oh, actually that's not tiny, it's just thin. Oh wow, that is stunning.
Going. Oh.
It's a journal.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's not what I thought it was going to look like, but that's fine. Cool. So this is from one of the Illumicrate boxes, I think. I'm not sure when, but it's an undated book tracker. Like, it's got the year at a glance, goals. Ooh, that's, oh, I am liking this. Ooh. And then it's got quotes and artwork in it. Monthly TBR, calendar. Oh wow, this actually looks amazing just overall. Anticipated releases, book haul, and weekly plans. I think there's 5. Then my reading log and a monthly wrap up. Nice, okay, I'm liking this. Very nice. Ooh, and it changes. Alrighty, cool. I don't know if there's, I'm just double checking if there's anything at the back or if it just keeps the same format throughout. Oh yeah, so favorite read, favorite quotes, and then just notes. That's pretty cool. My book journal that I'm currently using was just a A4 notebook, but I am running out of space in it. This is the last year that I'm gonna be able to fit in it. So I did have a different one from Crate, started using, and then deeply regretted because the format just didn't work for me at the time because I had my other journals. So I've got this to go, and I can't get over how beautiful that is. And then, oh, that's right. Yeah, there was 4 books. I forgot because they threw this in for free.
Oh.
And that's Speak by Laurie Halls Anderson. I'm not sure. I know that it's hard hitting though, and aspects of it are told in verse. I'm very curious to pick this one up. Haven't read it. And then We Hunt the Flame by Hasfus Faisal. The first in a duology, and I've heard very good things. I really don't know anything about it aside from the fact that it's a desert fantasy. And then Beyond the One by Tom Felton. I've wanted to read this. I quite enjoy Tom Felton's work, and he is a super sweet person for the very brief time that I met him. So, love that. But my camera battery is dying and I need to get my ears in, so I will check in with you when I have a reading update. Bye! Time's up. So I read for an hour and 58 minutes, I think. Yeah. And managed to get through quite a chunk. So let's have a look-see. I read 75 pages of Oliver Twist and finished that and gave that 4 stars. I do find some of Dickens to be quite accessible, and it was darker than I was anticipating. I liked it. So it's definitely one that caught me by surprise, but I can see why it is adapted so often. And then I read up to the chapter that I needed to be on schedule for of Jade War, which was 28 pages, and then I read 108. That doesn't feel right, but it is 108 pages of Ash by Melinda Lowe, and I am loving it so far. But that means I read 211 pages. Yeah! Which means I only have 647 pages to go to be caught up for today. But I'm not going to worry about that because tomorrow I need to read for 4 hours a night. Oh my god. Well, it's a good thing Ash's game's coming out tomorrow. I can ignore him and he can ignore me. So the timer is set. I think I'm gonna have a very different opinion on this challenge tomorrow, but I'm really happy that it's got me back into the swing of reading. I've just gone and cleaned up the kitchen while I was listening to the audiobook because I knew I had this time remaining, but I wanted to get that done, and now I'm going to dive into editing and finish that off for tomorrow. So I've got a really good flow going. I also have 30,000 reels to watch that Asha sent me while I've been reading, so that's going to be fun. And yeah, it's been a much better day, both mentally and all round. Ash and I went for a poke walk and then I unboxed the books. Tomorrow I will sit down and enter all the data for the books that I have acquired in March because it's a significant number and I need to read a lot more to be able to be on track with my 2 off and 1 on. So sneak peek to my stats with Oliver Twist. I have read 25 backlist books, but also 3 that I acquired in 2024. And I'm currently in the process of reading Shade War, which Mel got for me. So we're getting there. But that's 28 books. So I can have 14 unread books to be at meeting this goal. I have 25. So in all technicality, I should have read 50 off my shelves for 28. Yeah, that's cool. So like next month I was thinking of reading The Deep for the astronomy prompt for Magical Readathon. I'm gonna pick the one that I own. And I think that's just going to be the way that we go. I just need to make a dent in these. As much as I want to be reading other things, like library books or things like that, I'm just like, I have enough that I will probably find something. The only thing that is making me a little bit worried about this is my Bookish Peeps and Bookimon, and trying to do those when I don't own a significant amount of those, which is fine. It is what it is, but I'm just aware of it. So we'll just keep going. I'm sort of, because I own 8 of the remaining. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Wait, what? Yeah, 8 out of the 30. I got some reading to do. But I'm really happy with how tonight went, and hopefully we might have rollover into Saturday, Sunday. That is fine. But hopefully I'll be able to make it dent tomorrow. I will probably be cooking dinner, or Ash may end up, depending on how long it takes his game to load. So we'll see where I get up to. I'm excited and really enjoying this. I'm sort of thinking, oh, and then I had the Throne of Glass, that wanting to do that series, and I don't own any of those. He's in trouble. The thing is, I could, in all technicality, throw my other goal out the window, that is my page goal, and just read every single one of the shortest things that I own. I'm not going to, but I could. I believe in me. Ooh, there's an idea. It definitely would be throwing my page goal out the window. But I was thinking of doing like a binge reading of the Georgia Nicholsons. We'll see what I end up deciding on that one. Yeah, just too many things. And also the thing is, if I read down the things that I bought, then they act as a double whammy, because they come off the unread amount and they also go towards it. So anyway, I'm gonna dive into editing and see where I get up to. I'm gonna go make a tea first. I only have 2 clips left to edit, and then I can export this and have it upload for tomorrow. So overall, it's been a really good night. Feeling very, very proud. Bye. I will check in with you later. Should I be reading on my half-hour lunch break instead of leaving ducks around the rooms? Probably. Am I doing the ducks though? Yes, I am. Hello my darlings, it is now 6:10 on Friday the 22nd of March and I'm home from work and I need to read for 4 hours and 9 minutes. I got a big night of reading ahead of me. Thankfully Ash had a game release today, so he is doing that thing. And yeah, we've got dinner started, so we're good. I'm gonna start with Ash rather than Jade War because I think I could probably finish this. I can definitely finish this in 4 hours and 9 minutes and then just read my section of this afterwards, so I'm not getting too far ahead in Jade War when I could just finish this and then work on that. We shall see. Who knows what's going to get accomplished tonight. I'm gonna put my ears in and get started. I cannot believe that I'm about to attempt this. That makes one of us. I am also gonna work on updating all my spreadsheets and getting my TBR sorted so I can film that tomorrow once I get home. So here we go. I love you.
Love.
I'll see you on the other side of my sanity.
Catch you on the flip side. I'll let you know when dinner's ready.
Hello, and just finished having dinner. It is 7:34. I have 3 hours and 15 minutes left to go and an hour left in Ash. So I'm gonna continue. It's gonna be a long night. I'm gonna play so much fucking Sims. I'll see you on the flip side. Hoo-wee! Hello my darlings, it is 5 to 11 at night. I have 20 minutes left. I just had a phone call with my mum. They're traveling around Cambodia and Vietnam, and so I wanted to chat with her. And they haven't had proper Wi-Fi connection for a long bit of their trip. So I was like, no, I'm gonna pause and have a chat, and then if I can get the last 20 minutes in, we'll see. But with saying that, I'm up to page 151 of The Queen of Nothing. So that's over halfway. I've read half of this book tonight. So I'll be curious to see where I get up to in the last 20 minutes. And I will check in with you then. I did finish Ash and I finished my section of Jade War. So basically I've just been listening to the audiobook and playing Sims. It's been very successful. I'm gonna keep going with that. And I will check in with you at the 20-minute mark. Hopefully my headphones have charged enough because they also died while talking to my mother. Off we go. Well. She did it. It is 11:15. I'm at chapter 21. 185. Ah! Let's go back into the study and have a look at what I read. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Oh, I did it, Baba! Oh, I did it! And now I've got to do math. Look. Math. Alright. So, what did I do tonight? What did I do? Oh my god. I read and finished Ash by Melinda Lowe and giving this 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this. This was exactly what I wanted from a Cinderella retelling, and the relationships. It was just such a good time. And then I continued on with Jade War and read 68 pages of that. So that was 251 pages in here. And yeah, still loving Jade War. It's so interesting in the choices and the dynamics. Yesterday I was very cranky at one of the characters and sort of just the flow and effects of those decisions. And then I read 185 pages of Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, and I'm really enjoying this so far. Not too much has happened, but a lot's happened. I can definitely understand why people wouldn't enjoy this as much, because it's more like and then shit happens and it's like, oh, that was like that, oh, okay. But I'm having a good time with it. I went in with, I just want it to be an okay read, and so far it's fulfilling that. In 4 hours and 9 minutes, I read 436 pages. I'm so chuffed. I'm so chuffed. So I am now at 2,582 pages read for the month, and tonight I needed to be caught up based off the reading goal of 133 pages a day. I needed to be at 2,926. So I'm only 344 pages behind, which is absolutely mind-blowing considering I was over 1,000 pages behind at the beginning of this week. I'm shooketh. I'm shooketh. Tomorrow I'm going to need to read 477 pages to be able to be at the goal that I need to be. Tomorrow I'm at the hairdressers and I need to film my TBR video, which I'm very excited for. But that's going to be a time thing. But I also need to read for 3 hours and 3 minutes, which is not too bad considering I managed to do 4 hours and 9 minutes tonight and only mildly die. So yeah, I am just in awe. I won't read when I'm at the hairdressers. I just can't because I'm not wearing my glasses, and I don't put my headphones in because I have hair dye on my ears. Oh my god, I'm shook that I've managed to catch up as much as I have. I will probably end up finishing Queen of Nothing tomorrow, which is super exciting. I only need to read 30 pages of Jade War because I went over the allotted amount today, so that's awesome. I read 30 pages of this, and then I've got, yeah, 120 pages remaining of this, so I think that would be a decent amount considering on Wednesday. We'll see where we get up to. The Witch's Hunt and Midnight Ruin, which are the 2 other main TBR books that I have remaining, I need to use Audible credits, and I'm thinking I might swap over to my account rather than Ash's, so I stop wasting his credits. You'll see where I end up with that. But yeah, that's, we're getting there. I have this plus Throne of Glass, but these are my priorities more so than Throne. It was more just, I needed to keep the reading momentum going tonight, so I was like, what's accessible? And it was Queen of Nothing, so that's what I've gone with. I'm gonna go zone out and watch YouTube for 10 minutes. My brain is just in awe of what it has managed to listen to and process today. I didn't expect to actually be successful tonight. So we'll see how we go. It has been nice setting the goal of reading each night, except I think I want to, if I do continue to set times for the last week of Roll of Reads, I would like to do it for just an hour and see how that sort of goes, so then I'm reading consistently every day, but it's not overwhelming. But that is today. I'm gonna sign off because my camera battery is dying, and I will check in with you tomorrow. My god, I can't believe I managed to do this. Bye! I am in awe of my hair. So I'm home from the hairdressers. I just wanted to come on and talk. Oh my god, it is so fucking vibrant. I love it. I wanted to come on and talk because I had 30 minutes of reading that I did at the hairdressers, but I ended up reading one of the fan fictions off Kari's list and I read the whole thing, which was cool, but I didn't take my timer and I didn't fully time myself while at the hairdressers. So I'm not going to count it at the moment. I've got 23:40. I'm going to actually listen to a YouTube video and then continue with starting my reading for today. It's 2 o'clock, I'm leaving at 3. I'm waiting for my lunch to arrive, so I'm going to finish watching this video and then dive into Queen of Nothing. Originally this hour was going to be filming my TBR before Ash got home, but I had a bit of a whoopsie with the acetate cleaning my face, and yeah, so we're not going to film on that side today. I'm just gonna let that settle and then do what I need to. I'm gonna finish watching the YouTube video, then when my lunch arrives, I'm gonna dive into that. So, oh, I'm so happy with it. Okay, I just wanted to come on and say I did read, but it was a fan fiction, which is fine because it's still reading and I'm going towards my Bookish Peeps goal for this year. But at the moment, I'm going to finish watching this YouTube video and then dive into Queen of Nothing. So, I will see you either when I have an update or when I'm home from raid day. Bye! Hello my darlings. So I'm gonna head downtown. I'm not sure how much I read, but I did read some. I think I have 2 hours and 20 minutes left. I wanna go get my wriggle on, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I will check in with you when I'm back. Bye! Hello my darlings. So Saturday is done. I did it. I am so impressed. So I read for 3 hours and 3 minutes and then 24 minutes with the fan fiction, although that was closer to 30 minutes, 35, so very happy. Oh my god, my hair! Ah! I'm still just so in shock and I love it. It's so fluffy on the back. And so in terms of what I read 42 pages of Jade War. Again, shit has gone down. I love that I'm actually fearful for these characters. Like, it fills me with joy that they are not safe. I hate it, but I love it. Having a grand old time. I finished The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black and read 120 pages to finish that off, which is very exciting. And I ended up giving this 4 stars and very close to leaning to a 4.5. I had a lot of fun with this. The dynamic and the change of relationship throughout was really awesome. And I just really enjoyed their dynamic. I can see why so many people like it. I can also understand why people don't like it. But I just had a really lovely time. I have said that I have continued on with the series because I do have How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories. And so for me, that will be the conclusion to this series. And then I know that there is the other series as well. But I don't really have any intentions of reading that one at the moment. And I just realized I don't know for Roll of Reads. This was a Goodreads Choice Award winner. This was from my wish list, which Mel ended up getting for me. Ash was black grey on the cover, so like a random color generator, and that was that. And Midnight Ruin is a book that was gifted to me, and Ash gifted me this. And I ended up reading 108 pages of this. Whew. The temptation to keep reading is very strong, but I won't because I do want to watch YouTube and just relax. So it is just about to hit 10 o'clock, so I am very impressed that I managed to get this done. Obviously it's significantly later than I was expecting to, but hairdresser took longer. I filmed my April TBR and I ended up going to the Rainbow Festival and a raid day with Pokemon. We had a very out and about day and it was very lovely. So I knew that it was going to be more in the evening that I managed to get my reading in, but yeah, 3 hours and 3 minutes really didn't feel like that long of a time today, which was nice because the 4 hours and 9 minutes yesterday, that felt like a long time. And then tomorrow is my last day for the challenge and it's 2 hours and 37 minutes, so I'll put that on there. I maybe hopefully will read more than this because I still need to read 207 pages tonight to be caught up to where I should be for the reading goal. But I'm gonna quickly go through and just see, because I think starting this week, at the beginning of this week, I was 1,265 pages behind my reading goal to be on target to finish my TBR for this month. I am now 207 pages behind. What I think I'm gonna do going forward is setting an hour to read every night for the next little while, and then if I go past it, awesome. If I don't, that's fine, but at least I've dedicated some time to reading, because when I don't continue the momentum, I just lose it, and then it takes me forever to get back into it. I also haven't had, fingers crossed for tomorrow though, too bad of a headache this week. I think Wednesday was probably my worst day, but I've got into the flow, so I'd like to keep the momentum going, and especially with my TBR for April, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. But I'm gonna sign off here because my camera battery is dying, because my TBR took a turn and I was filming for a lot longer than I intended. But I will check in with you tomorrow when I have a reading update. I'll see you then. Bye! Hello my darlings. It is 4:36 on the 24th of March, and I have just completed my challenge and reading for 2 hours and 37 minutes today. I have not checked in earlier because I don't know what to do with this. When I was hitting closer to the time, I was like, no, I do need to jump on. So I ended up finishing Midnight Ruin by Katie Robert. 5 stars. I love Katie Robert. Their writing and their relationship dynamics just oofed. Very nice. And then I decided to swap over to The Witch's Heart by Genevieve Cornillac and starting this instead of continuing with Jade War. So this is the last main read that I need to do, as well as Jade War. And this technically isn't for Roll of Reads, but it is for TBR, Knockout and Bookie One. So still a very important read, and I'm just trying to figure out where we got up to. 59 pages. I am just so impressed. So that was 255 pages in the 2.5 hours. So yay! And I need to read 85 pages, I think, to be caught up. That's nuts. Yeah. 85 pages and I will be on track to finish my TBR, and that's including Throne of Glass. I'm shook. I'm actually shook. So I will continue to check in after if I continue reading, which I would like to. I'd like to read those 85 pages and get caught up, but my battery is dying, so I will swap that out and do all that. But yeah, really loving Witch's Heart at the moment. It's really interesting and I love the mythology it's choosing to present. Hello my darlings. Oh, she got some crazy hair happening. It is now 10 p.m. on Sunday the 24th of March, and I would like to wrap up this vlog. So for this challenge I needed to read for 20 hours and 47 minutes, and I achieved this. I am so unbelievably shocked with what I did manage to get accomplished, because at the beginning of this week I was over 1,000 pages behind for my reading goals if I was going off the days, and I have gradually chipped away at it. So firstly, I finished Ice Planet Barbarians and gave that a 3.5. It definitely took me by surprise, but also it was just one of those ones that I still have thoughts on and fundamentally disagreed with some of the ways that it was handled, but also acknowledging that a story has to proceed in some way, shape or form. So I had a good time with it. It wasn't bad, which was something I was nervous about. Then I decided to tackle the beast that was Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, and surprised myself with how much I actually enjoyed this and the characters, and ended up giving it 4 stars. I think that because Dickens was paid by the word, for some aspects of it everything was over-described, but it was all done in a way that felt authentic to the time, and then you could just absorb the story and absorb what you wanted to, rather than like deep diving into every ounce of nitty-gritty, and it was just a lot more accessible than I thought it was going to be, which was a pleasant surprise. I read Ash by Melinda Lowe, 4.5. I love Cinderella retellings, and I love when they do it in ways that just, oof, yes. and this definitely has aspects to it that I was not anticipating but really enjoyed, which I then continued to follow up with Queen of Nothing by Holly Black and gave this 4 stars. I was very happy with the conclusion to their story. I can definitely see where there's more to occur in this world, but I also just really enjoyed seeing the character dynamics go throughout. For me, the Cruel Prince was pretty unmemorable, so for the Wicked King, Queen of Nothing to get me reinvigorated with the series was really nice. I don't think I will pick up The Lost Prince, whatever the next series in this world at the moment. Similar to Leigh Bardugo, I've read the source, I've read the BookTube darlings, and now I can sit on my laurels and wait and see if I do end up wanting to pick it up. I do also have How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate stories, so that will be me completing the Folk of the Air series. Then I read Midnight Ruin by Katie Robert, 5 stars. Fucking Katie and her characters just and this was following Eurydice's Charon and Orpheus, and their dynamic just fills me with joy. It's Katie Robert. It's brilliant. I love this series so much, and we are definitely seeing more. It's not just about the couples anymore. We're getting more into the politics, and I am enjoying that. It's still definitely, I could see that people would find it disconcerting because we're having these major sex scenes when, you know, people are in a situation, and so it's like, oh yeah, I can appreciate that. Just reminds me of Court of Mist and Fury, but I don't dislike those moments because they're very entertaining and enjoyable to read. So, well, this was a Stack Plus Ice Planet Barbarians that I finished. I also read a grand total of 310 pages of Jade War by Fonda Lee. So I had that sectioned out, so I managed to make my way through. I don't think I ended up getting up to where I needed to for today's section just because couldn't find my place in the audiobook, so I just decided to keep reading Midnight Ruin and the next one that I'm going to talk about, but I will be able to pick this up throughout the next week and complete it as well. And again, really enjoying that so far. And then finally today picked up The Witch's Heart and read 146 pages, which puts me at my total of pages read for this month, 3,192, which is where I needed to be on target to finish my TBR by the end of the month. I'm so fucking happy with myself right now. I'm in awe. Admittedly, these two are not completed, but look at that stack. I can't. I'm so chuffed that I've managed to have a reading comeback. I've got myself back on track with where I want to be, and I'm not feeling stressed about my reading. I am feeling stressed about next month's TBR, so we're gonna see how I play the ball for that one. I'm just very excited to continue on with my reading for the rest of this month. So I'm just gonna quickly pull. That can't be right. Holy sweet Lord in heaven help me. I read 2,063 pages this week. What? And I read a fanfic of Kara's. Admittedly, that was only 53 pages on my phone, but still, wow. Oh my god. Well, if anyone wants to do the swapping screen time for reading, it worked. Holy shit. I'm actually speechless. Turns out that I can read a decent amount when I put my mind to it, and the 4 hours was definitely the hardest day. I also had not set myself up in the sense of reading on my lunch break or getting up early to be able to read before work. So, you know, there were opportunities that I could have chipped away at the time rather than just waiting till I got home after picking Ash up. So that would have been 5:30, 6 o'clock that I actually could have started reading to have that done. So the fact that I managed to actually achieve all of this is quite surprising. and delightful for me. I also have imported all this footage and there's about 3 hours. So I think this is a good reading week. What I'm gonna do is set the timer for 1 hour for tomorrow, and that's just gonna be what I do. I wanna read for at least an hour every day, and that way I can continue chipping away. In all honesty, I should probably, if I wanna do 133 pages, I should probably set it for an hour and a half, but I've read a lot this week. I'm gonna cut myself some slack tomorrow. And yeah, so, oh my god. Oh, she's back, bitches. She is back. I think Jade War is literally the only thing I have left. So Fool's Fate was a favourite author, Soul Eater Volume 1 was a friend or family favourite, Ice Planet Barbarians was a sci-fi, Queen of Nothing was a Goodreads choice winner, Jade War is from my wish list, Ash was a random generated colour which was black grey, and then Midnight Ruin was a gifted or sub-bot. The Liver Twist was for my book haul Revisited, Thornhedge was for a book with a fairy godmother, and The Witch's Heart is for my Bookimon book club. So that's really the main TBR. Once I finish these two, Roll of Reads is done and my main Bookimon thing is also done. I'm shook. I'm shook. I will also still be attempting to read Throne of Glass by the end of the month because I would like to participate in the Mass Effect read along and chip away at that series, since I want to read CC3, but I feel like there's going to be complete crossovers with all of them. But I'm not smart enough to pick up on the Easter eggs anyway, so yeah, no, it is what it is. But yes, that is this reading experiment. I would say for myself it has been an utter success, and I also think not having headaches majority of this week has been lovely. I think there were 3 days that I had a headache, but it was like nothing in comparison to the past 2 vlogs, so I am just riding that high. I'm gonna go sign off and go the fuck to sleep because I don't even know if I came on, but I had an insomniac episode this morning, so I didn't end up going to bed till 7:30, and then I think I slept for about 3 hours with cuddling with Ash, so I am dead. It's great. And yeah, I'm so chuffed, so happy, so delighted that I feel back in the swing of picking up a book. With that, let me know in the comments how you're going, how is everything, done any recent changes to anything. Let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments down below, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!